What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today we are here for a very special end of the year 2022 favorites. And I got my boys, RobJ and ScubaSteve with me. What is up? How are y'all doing?
Yo,
What up?
yo.
What up? What's up?
Yeah, so this is part of a very special week that I am doing here at Dad Needs to Talk. Like I said, each day this week we're going to be me along with different guests. We're going to be talking about everything from anime, manga, TV shows and movies, and video games. And today on this episode, we're talking about specifically our favorite TV shows and movies. Now, just a little bit of a caveat for listeners out there and watchers. This isn't strictly restricted to stuff that only came out this year. It's just stuff that we watched this year, regardless of when it might have came out. But it is still something that we feel is dope enough to want to recommend to y'all. Because I know people are always out there looking for something new to watch, and so
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
hopefully we'll be able to provide y'all uh, with some good stuff to watch. So before we get into our list and stuff, I'll just ask y'all real quick, how do y'all feel in general? How do you feel this year, 2022, was for TV and movies? Do you feel like it was a pretty solid year? Okay. Scuba Steve, what you think?
I'll say as far as movies like kids animated movies,
Mm.
kid like they ate they ate this year, and Puss in Boots 2 still hadn't come out yet. It come out Friday. So
Oh, okay.
like the
Okay.
second
Oh
Puss in Boots,
wow.
bro. So they still eating like they
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
go they gonna eat for a while, man. Like they had the Buzz Lightyear movie that I feel like would have got more love if it wasn't a Buzz Lightyear movie. Like if they just named it anything else,
Oh
it
Yeah.
would have
yeah.
been it would have been
Yeah.
a phenomenal movie for or it got more love. The Bad Guys came out this year. Um, the Super Pets movie came out. Sing 2 came out. Like they got a lot of stuff this year.
Bangers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like they got a lot of stuff this year. So uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, like that was one of the things that I think that a lot of people ate. And towards like the middle, like really about the last month or so, they got a lot of good action movies that came out as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Rob?
Anybody who knows me knows that I watch all of the shows. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me on Twitter, you know that. So it's been a lot of heat, a lot of fire to come out this year. A lot
Yeah.
of
hmm
great shows that we will be talking about in in this episode. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really pleased with 2022 as far as all of the dope content that's came out, man. There's been some really, really great shows.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to talk about it. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, and same here for myself. Yeah, it was sometimes felt like it was like overwhelming
Mm,
the
yeah,
amount of stuff that was coming out
yeah.
cause even just now like more stuff is like coming to mind. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot I did watch that thing
Word.
and stuff, and so I'm like, and plus I know there was like even more stuff that I still haven't even gotten around to watching.
Hmm.
So but that's the dope thing about it's like okay, I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, this year was
Yep.
definitely a very jam packed year, and I feel like pretty much everybody for every like genre or whatever that you might be into, I think
Oh
there's
yeah.
probably something that came out
hmm
for everybody. If like Steve said,
Everybody
from
ate.
kids to
I
adults
forgot
to everything in
Despicable
between.
Me had a new movie came out this year too. Like
Yeah,
they
Mm,
kept on coming out with stuff.
yeah,
They had it good.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm gonna get things started. So we're gonna start with some of our favorite movies first, and I'll kick things off with one of my favorite movies that I watched that came out recently. It came out in theaters in November, but it'll be out on Netflix probably by the time y'all are seeing this, and that is Knives Out Glass Onion.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, so
I
okay.
haven't caught it yet, but is it as good as the
Same.
first?
yes,
Is it
yes,
better?
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Because the
yeah,
first one was real good.
yeah,
okay.
and that is my thing with this movie because of how for me I feel like how unique that first movie was
Mhm.
just because of like how it's structured, the whole mystery, but also like a little bit of comedy mixed in, and hearing that
Mm,
okay, they're doing another movie, but basically it's a new cast of characters except for the detective.
Detective.
Is the same person, but everybody else in the movie is a whole new cast of people. So I kind of went a little bit skeptical of like, I don't know, can they really pull this
Mhm.
off again? And
mm,
I'll say I left the theater highly pleased, loved it.
mm.
Two of my favorite people in the movie were Janelle Monáe and Batista.
Ooh, Janelle Monáe. Whew,
Yeah.
Mhm.
praise be to God.
We're gonna we're gonna talk about her a little bit today.
I love me some Janelle Monáe, man.
Yeah, so that is one of my favorite movies this year. So like I said, if you enjoy that first movie, I highly recommend this sequel. If you have never seen Knives Out, then
Me,
check them
I
out.
You
haven't
didn't
seen.
you didn't say the first one?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Those movies do they'll be a very fun ride for you because like I said, it's got that nice balance of comedy, but also like mystery of like okay, like what is going on?
Cool, cool,
How are all these different people tied together and stuff? So, but yeah, they're very fun movies. So
Yeah.
nice.
next up, I'll toss it over to Rob J. What's one of your movies?
Oh, now listen. Okay, this is not a film that came out this year. Listen, I watched this movie for the first time last night. Actually, I
Oh,
just watched this movie last night for the
Nice.
first time. Do not attack me. The film that I'm about to talk about is Gone Girl.
oh, okay.
Has
Mm,
has everybody seen here
Mm-mm.
has seen Gone Girl? Oh, you
no,
haven't seen it,
no.
That's
bro? Oh,
yeah.
Steve,
It's,
bro, this show is. I mean, this movie is so insane. Like
yeah.
the
She
woman,
was.
she was. Oh, what? She was so
Oh,
psychotic. I did not think
mhm.
she was gonna do the things that she did. But listen, man, go. Oh my God, there's just so much that I can say about it. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but this movie is a wild ride. Like
Is
with
it the
the
one with Ben
unhinged
Affleck?
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, yes
Okay,
sir,
all right.
yes
Tyler,
sir.
I was making sure
Ben
I had the right
Affleck,
one
Hey,
before I
Tyler
put it up on
Perry,
the screen.
Tyler Perry is in this movie,
and
and
was actually pretty
I'm
good.
not gonna lie, he was really
He
good.
was
He
good.
was really good in this movie. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm like, what? How? Bro, as soon as he popped up on the screen, I was like, yo, what is Tyler Perry doing here? Like, what's going
And
on? But
he actually was good.
he did a really decent job. But listen, man, everybody needs to go watch Gone Girl. If you haven't seen it already, it's on HBO Max.
Mm,
This movie was so crazy. It was insane. Like, if you follow me on Twitter, you see me. Bro, I had to make a whole thread about it. I was just there. It was just so many things going on, so many plot twists. But Gone Girl is just a crazy good movie. I gave it a 10 out of 10, bro. It's just crazy.
nice,
It's really good. It's
nice.
oh man.
I'm about to
But yeah,
I'm about to add that to my list because I haven't seen it myself. So,
Oh, that was
insane,
pretty good.
man. Insane.
alrighty,
Gone Girl was pretty good.
Steve,
I
what you got?
was disappointed with the ending, but it was pretty good. But for me, I just watched this movie last week. It came out to Netflix, much like how it was in theaters. How Rob was talking about, and it's a Bullet Train.
Yep.
Bullet
Mm,
Train was really good,
I
and
haven't seen it.
it was surprising that it was like because I knew that it was going to be decent or whatever, but it actually turned out to be really good.
Mm,
It's a group of characters, kind of like,
oh yeah,
and they kind of like all link up together. Yeah, they all kind of link up together, and they all in one place, and they
okay.
interact with each other and stuff like that. That's the best I'll do. The most I'll do without no spoilers. They all are
yeah.
there. They all are hitman, and you get like quick, boom. Let's jump here and show these backstories. Boom. Let's jump here and show this backstory.
Mm,
Wild fights and stuff are going on. So it's like it's real like chaos and it's like a big old mystery and surprise as well because you're trying to figure out who done something, and it's a fun ride. I really enjoyed Bullet Train.
Nice, nice.
I really enjoyed what's his name? Dang, I forgot his name. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor
Okay.
Johnson and his brother is in the movie is Paperboy from ATL.
Brian
Yeah.
Tyree
Brian
Henry.
Tyler Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they like my favorite characters because the way that they play off each other and stuff like that, they actually got real good chemistry.
Mm.
I was really surprised to see that they was like really meshing the way that they was. It was real good.
Nice,
And
nice,
that's the best I can do without spoiling.
nice, nice. All right, so back to me. So next up for me, let me see which one I want to do. Okay,
Mm.
so for me, and I know some people, like to rag on, superhero
Uh
movies and stuff,
oh. Uh
whatever.
oh.
But I enjoyed this movie, and that was the Batman.
Dang
Let's
it! That
go.
was my next pick.
Let's go.
I swear to God,
Easy.
that was gonna be my next pick.
Yeah, man, like I don't know.
Bro,
It's for one, I have been a
bro.
Batman fan my whole life, and yeah, I know we see certain things over and over and over, but just the whole tone and vibe and just atmosphere, I was tuned in. Like
Bro,
when I
blown
sat down in
away.
my seat and just been in the theater, giant screen, just yeah,
Yo.
I could not get enough of it. And of course, uh, Catwoman, aka Zoe Kravitz. How could I not?
Ooh,
How
Go
how,
Zoe
how
ahead.
could
Kravitz.
how could my heart not be
Ooh,
Fine.
taken?
Zoe Kravitz. Sheesh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But yeah. So
Not a
I
lot. And
I could not
Colin,
like. hmm Go ahead, Steve.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin was really dope too.
Yeah,
I said Colin Farrell as the Penguin was really dope
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
fire,
yeah,
fire,
yeah,
bro. Literally everything about this movie was great. Like, and it's like you had to see it in the movie theater, like to get the full jazz. That
yeah,
dun dun dun
yeah,
dun dun. Dun. Yeah,
Mm.
yo, this movie was incredible, and you finally get Batman being a detective.
Yes.
In
mm,
comics, he's known as the world's greatest detective, but it's like in movies we never like seen that really. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
exactly.
And yo, in this movie, oh my gosh, dang it, Rob, that was gonna be my next pick. But yo, incredible. I love the Batman. It's my second favorite. It's my second favorite film this year.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yo, the Batman was just, oh man, it was so great, bro, so great. Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson did his thing, man, for real.
yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and also shout out to the dude that was doing the Riddler stuff too. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
Dan Paul Dano,
Paul
is that his
Dano.
name?
I think so.
Is
Yeah.
yeah,
That's it.
Paul
That's
Yeah.
it.
Dano.
And also because I know we kind of like loosely mentioned like Westworld earlier, but Jeffrey Wright as
Jeffrey Wright. Yeah.
Gordon.
Yo,
Yeah.
Hey, what's crazy is he's also Batman in a audiobook
oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, bro, he was incredible in this movie. Punch me in the face.
But-
when they was in the jail.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, man, Batman. Oh my gosh, incredible movie.
Yeah.
Go see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Now I know I stole your second one. Did you have another one you wanted to toss in, Rob J?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And we're gonna stay in this, superhero, content thing with movies. And I feel like this movie's got a lot of hate, which I don't understand why. And that's Doctor Strange
Mm,
and the Multiverse of Madness. Now,
Yes.
listen, I don't understand why this people didn't like this movie. There's a lot of people who was like, "Oh, this was trash. It wasn't this. It wasn't that." Now, I will say that fight with the things with
The musical
Uh,
notes.
the listen, man, that note fight was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, yo, the movie was good. I
yeah.
liked it. Wanda, we got the Scarlet Witch. Yo, like I said, we're not gonna do any spoilers, I know, but listen, man. Whew, Wanda dropped 60 in this movie, bro. She went crazy. And just seeing what's her name? America Chavez. Just
Oh,
seeing her
Yeah.
in the movie, like I can't wait to see more from her.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Wong went crazy in this movie. Yo, I just don't understand why people
I have no
didn't
idea.
vibe with this. Like,
There was
there's
people,
literally a lot of people who's like, "Nah, bro, that movie was not good." I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I
We
think
actually,
people were so stuck on the Wanda fight with the Illuminati that I think they let that ruin the rest of the movie for them.
and also, y'all have to temper your expectations. People's expectations were like up to the clouds for this movie.
Hmm.
Like, you have to look at it. They thought this person was gonna show up. They thought this person was gonna be in the movie. They thought this
Yeah.
was gonna happen. Like,
Mhm.
bro, like, you have to just temper expectations your expectations before going into something. But this movie was great. I loved it. I
Mhm.
can't wait to see more from Strange. And we actually got some character development from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Mm.
So, yeah, man. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's a good movie for me. I liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, Steve.
Uh, I mean, since we all doing
Might as well.
comics, I guess I might as well just throw out Wakanda Forever.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro. And that's my number one movie of the year. I
Yeah,
said the Batman was my two, Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever is my one.
Yeah.
Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever was fantastic. It was also great. They gave us a good sending home of
Mm.
Chadwick Boseman,
Yep.
which we all kind of we saw the previews and the white, and we showed up in our white and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they actually did a really good job of just like giving us that and rolling with it, and then continuing with the story and pushing forward. And I like that they didn't just like harp on it, dwell
Yeah.
on it. They kind of like was like, all right, let's drive this story forward, and that's what they did. They
Mm-hmm.
did a really good job of that.
Incredible.
I enjoy seeing Namor and the crew show
Bro,
up.
Namor.
Yeah.
Namor was everything that I wanted Gore the God Butcher to be.
Oh man, Steve, don't start, please.
We talking about bad movies? Oh,
No,
my bad. I was That was my most anticipated movie of the year for me was
yeah.
Thor, and I was so depressed. But anyway, Wakanda Forever was really good. We still got to see more. Like Wakanda was beautiful, but then seeing the Mayan culture was beautiful as well, and the
Yeah.
underwater. That was just
Talokan.
Talcon, yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. Uh,
Beautiful.
I loved it, and I love that this was the finale of this phase as well. So
Mm-hmm.
they hit it on the head. They hit us with a nice one. So Wakanda Forever was really good. There's like I said, there's the Marvel haters and stuff like that that will always say
Yeah.
every Marvel movie is trash, but this movie was pretty good, really good.
Yeah.
Bro, I have to do it. They call him Cool
Cool,
Cool
cool
God,
God.
the Feather Serpent God. I, bro, I had to. Sorry, I just had to. I had to.
You bald-headed demon.
Yo.
Oh man. I love it. I love it. All right. So on to my next one, and this is probably my I think this might be like my favorite one of the year. They're definitely one of the more unique ones that I've seen, and that is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Mm,
This
talk about it.
this was a movie that going in originally it wasn't even on my radar when it came out or nothing like that or whatever. And it was just, I'm seeing different people I follow talking about it and stuff. And the main thing people kept
Same
on
here.
saying was, go watch it blind, don't look up nothing, just go watch it, experience it. And I'm gonna say the same thing too for everybody out there. If you have
It's
not
me.
still,
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen it either.
yeah, that movie, it just I don't know. It is just weird to really even try to put into words like what that movie is in a sense. But I'll say that the title does it justice, or the title makes sense because it is kind of like an all-encompassing movie. It's just like I said, it's just one of those things you just sit down, press play, and just experience it. But it was different. It is definitely one of the more unique movies I have seen in a while. So like I said, I highly recommend anybody out there just go check it out. Like I don't know, I'm not sure like what services it might be on. So, but anyway, go check it out. Like I said, it is just a very fun and trippy experience in the best way. In the best way.
I need to check it out. I've heard a bunch of good things, and I somehow I missed that movie when it came out. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to find it, but it's not.
That
on
movie
streaming
is
service.
on Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
That's why I can't find it because I never opened that app.
I'm crying,
but
bro.
at least I know I still can watch it. I'm probably watch that tonight then.
Yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus. That's what it says on Google.
Yeah.
And I was opening up the app to see, but yeah.
Alrighty. RobJ.
Okay.
What you got for us?
I'm gonna go with Nope.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Jordan Peele. Listen, people like to slander Peele for some reason. I'm like, I don't know why. In my opinion, he doesn't have any misses. Get Out was dope. Us was dope to me. There was a lot.
Really dope,
There's a lot of people who did not like Us. I'm like, yo, you're overthinking it, man. Just relax. Just relax.
They want everything to be like Get Out, as far as like a race movie, and not understanding that there's different messages in each of these movies. Us was socialism, and then Nope was supposed to be about animal cruelty and things of that nature as well, and accepting your losses and stuff like that.
Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya went crazy in this movie easily. Yeah. What's his name? Stephen Young? Is it Stephen Young?
Yeah.
He did pretty good in here too. I had I had to watch this movie twice. I'm not gonna lie, because the first time I was scratching my head at the end. I'm like, hold on, huh? But then after I watched it second time, I'm like, okay, bet. Like, I started to get it. But Nope was dope. You see what I did there? But yeah,
Nope was dope.
Nope was a really good movie. Everybody should go see it. So yeah, everybody go see Nope.
So I have a little confession. Nope is the only of his movies that I have seen so far.
That you have seen or have not seen?
Have seen.
Oh yeah, go back. So, go back and watch those.
And so the reason why is because of course like as an outsider or whatever, what was the first one? Get Out? Seemed more like horror, and I don't really do horror stuff. And so I was kind of like I've been hesitant all these years of that and what's the other one? Us and stuff. So I'm like, I don't really do the horror stuff. But our people in the same boat is like, they don't do horror either, but they still enjoy them. And so I decided to just give Nope a chance. I had I think I might have either had maybe like enough on my Fandango account to get like a free movie ticket or something. So I was like, you know what? This coupon about to expire, this movie coming out. Let me just go try one of these. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And so I definitely want to go back and check out the other two movies and stuff too. So
those two movies are on YouTube TV if you have YouTube TV.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
but
great movies, man.
yeah, we
Okay.
watched those two. We actually watched those two movies and then watched Nope because I watched it with
Oh,
Skylar.
for real?
Mm,
Yeah, but I mean, I had already seen them, but she hadn't seen Get Out of Us yet, so we
okay.
watched them. And then, yeah, trust they good, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not a horror fan either.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
me.
not into horror, but you could. Mm.
Okay.
Get Out. I wouldn't say that it's
Like,
horror, but it's
it's a
not really
thriller.
like psychological thriller. Yeah,
Mm,
Yeah,
it's not really like scary or anything like that.
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Now us, yeah,
It,
that's some.
I don't think I don't think Us is like necessarily
It's not.
horror
Yeah,
horror,
yeah,
but it's got some moments where it's like it got a jump scare or two in there. So
Okay.
that's why I would qualify it as horror because
yeah. It's horror for sure, bro.
if that's horror, then maybe I can watch horror movies then because that one didn't seem too scary to me.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. And what is your final movie you got for us?
For my final movie, Christian Bale got some redemption. This new movie on HBO Max called Amsterdam. That was
Ah.
pretty good. It's a story back. Oof, I don't know what year they would classify that in, but
Hmm.
it's still like back when the war was going on, World War II, and these two dudes are like best friends from the war. Christian Bale was a
Mm,
doctor, and uh, John David Washington was the soldier or whatever, and they basically ended up being cool because you know what I'm saying the 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 faction that John David Washington was in, they were black, and then people didn't want to fight alongside them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
what it was. Christian Bale was the doctor, but basically, it's after the war. These guys are a detective now. They're detectives and a lawyer, respectfully,
Mm,
and they basically are trying to solve a mystery. And then you got Margot Robbie as well. It's a really good movie.
mm.
Margot Robbie,
Margot Robbie.
there's Margot Robbie, Zoe Saldana, Chris Rock,
I'm just playing.
John David Washington, uh, what's his name? Mike Myers is in it.
Man, that's packed. That's a packed
Yeah, they
cast.
got a nice. It's a nice casting.
Okay.
It's a really good movie. Taylor Swift is in it too. So like it's a lot of
Ooh.
people. Yeah, don't worry. She. Anyway,
Bet, 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 bet.
watch Amsterdam. It's actually a pretty good movie.
All right. I just added it to my watch list on HBO Max. So
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think y'all will enjoy it.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So
Did
I
Rob you
huh?
throw your third one, Rob? Rob
Yeah.
there?
What's
Oh,
up?
did I miss it? I must have missed it. The third one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Everything,
did
everywhere,
both.
all at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. I definitely missed those.
Oh yeah, and for that movie is on Paramount Plus, but you have to have I think it's a Showtime like thing with it. So
Mm,
it's not on the app. You have to be subscribed to Showtime to like watch it. So
But
gotcha.
nope.
I just yeah,
It's
not
also
for
on Peacock.
no, I'm not talking about Nope. I'm talking about
Everything, everywhere, all at
yeah,
once.
yeah, 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 yeah. That
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
mm-hmm. Just want
Okay.
to make that yeah.
I'm trying to think. Real quick, just for fun, just because I heard y'all kind of tease a little bit. Did either one of y'all have maybe a movie you felt like nobody should watch?
Oh, me and Steve can go an hour, 2 hours. No,
I'm so
yeah.
sad about that. I was
Uh oh. What?
Steve, go ahead, Steve.
go read Thor: Love and Thunder and get a real perspective on Gore the God Butcher because that was terrible.
Dude,
Don't watch this movie.
Thor:
Don't
Love and
support it.
Thunder is the worst movie in Phase Four. I will stand by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
I don't.
far.
It's a horrible movie, man. I'm sorry,
It's not even close. Like a lot of, and the thing is, they was dragging Eternals and these other movies. They didn't drag Thor enough. Like
bro.
they kind of just let that slide somehow.
Recency bias, probably. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Do not go see Thor. Just save your time, man.
Especially if you are if you was a Gordon
Yeah,
Godbutcher
man.
fan, I should have known when I seen his CGI. I was like, ah, I mean, no CGI. When I saw his makeup and stuff, I was like, I don't like this. But I was like, it's Christian Bale, but I should have known then. I should have known
Oh man,
then.
movie was such a disappointment, dude. Ah,
What about you, Rob?
Uh, I don't really have nothing. Just because cause I'm so selective with my time now when I do get to go
mm-hmm.
see a movie or whatever, to where even though yeah I did go see Thor or whatever, but that's just I, I'm I'm just grandfathered into the MCU at this point.
Facts,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I have
like
to go see
We
everything.
have to go
it's
see everything. Yeah,
yeah, it's like
you
at
have
this
to. Yeah,
point we're like over a decade in.
facts.
If I miss one, it's gonna be a domino effect. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh well,
yeah.
I'll get to it, and then
Right.
I'll be lost. And so no
Mm-hmm.
matter what
But
release
protect your
date,
peace.
I am there. Yeah.
Protect your peace if you're listening to this. Don't allow this to happen.
So, all right. So we've gone over a few movies, and are you fellas ready to dive into some TV shows?
Yes, sir.
All
Count
right.
me in.
So I'm gonna toss it to Rob J to start us off on this round.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
what do you bring in first up to bat?
Oh, Rob, Steve, let's just get this show off the board already. I think Steve already knows what I'm about to say. I'm pretty sure Rob already knows what I'm about to say. The
The
boys,
boys. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
the boys,
The boys.
Yep.
easily.
Yep.
Oh man, the boys is listen. This third season of the boys, top tier television. In my opinion, the boys is the best live action superhero show ever. In my opinion,
Yeah.
the best
Mm.
live action superhero show ever. And this third season just went to a whole new level
Mm-hmm.
with, and they did some insane stuff,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Herogasm? What? But
So
yeah, I know.
it,
And yeah, it's much crazier in the
it's
comics. I
crazier.
know. I was like, yeah. But listen, bro, The Boys, incredible, incredible television. Might be my show. Yeah, my show of the year. Excuse me. The
Yeah.
Boys. Listen, bro, I can't say enough about it. It's incredible. We're getting the fourth season next year. They've already started filming
Ooh.
on the fourth season.
Jeffrey Jeffrey Dean Morgan is coming, and it's like, bro,
Bro, the boy,
bro,
it's
what else
just
are y'all
amazing.
doing?
Homelander is just, he's different, bro. He's and now, oh man, if y'all seen that season 3 finale, now y'all know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yes, man, I'm sure Rob and Steve can talk about the boys all day long, just like I can. So yeah, if y'all had thoughts about it,
I mean, without spoiling, no, I can't. I mean, it's just fire. It's just fire because I would want to talk about the episodes and stuff. So
oh
no,
okay,
it's,
fair
it's just
enough.
fire.
Yeah. Okay. How's about this? Because I am going to do like some form of time steps along the way, whatever. We'll do for everybody listening and watching. We'll do a few minutes of brief spoilers. I have timestamps for when we're going to the next thing. So we got a few minutes. If y'all want to dive into a couple of just specific moments y'all want to just shout out, feel free.
Steve, you got
All
it.
right, if you're still here and you haven't seen it, walk away. A Train Dragon Blue Hawk by his that,
On the
Yeah.
that
bro,
shit
I did
was
not think A
lit.
Train was gonna do that because if you think the whole season, A Train was just going through it. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was down horrendous.
Right.
But my moment, just like I said in that season 3 finale, Homelander kills somebody in broad daylight in front of everybody,
And didn't care.
and then everybody starts clapping for him.
That,
Bro,
that puts him
like
on another level next year.
next season is about to be insane. We really don't have to go like too like deep
Yeah.
into it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But just know, Oh my gosh, I'm ready. And I think they're doing a spinoff too of the boys. It's gonna
Yeah,
be of folks. They're in college,
yeah.
Mm,
college students. So that's gonna be very,
And it
mm,
makes
very
sense too
interesting.
because in the comics they do skip over a arc that was like where Butcher goes to get some college kids, where you
Okay.
know what I'm saying. So I think
uh,
that that's who it's gonna be about, like centered around those kids. And then they already got the boys like that cartoon that they did
Oh
too.
yeah, diabolical or something like that.
Diabolical, yes. So
Yeah.
yeah,
mm,
he
Okay. So yeah,
he cashing in on this.
that's a fact. So yeah, that's my pick. The boys, incredible.
yeah,
Go watch it. It's on Amazon Prime.
yeah,
Treat yourself, people. Treat yourself.
yeah. All right. So next up, Steve. What you got for us?
You do the boys. I will do. Let's do Moon Knight. Uh,
Wow.
Moon
Okay.
Knight was Oscar was incredible in Moon
Yeah.
Knight. And Ethan Hawke was incredible as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Equally is
Mm.
incredible. That was
Yeah.
a really good series. I am glad that they gave us a series to flesh him out rather than throwing him in somebody else's movie or something like that.
Hmm.
I enjoyed that. Like the American Chavez, we talked about that. It was cool in Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
but I don't think doing that for Moon Knight would have worked. Giving
Oh
him a
no.
whole TV series and letting him flesh out and build, and then they still, you know what I'm saying, left us hanging at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying, with more. So it's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it was just a really good show. I love the fact that they touched on the social disorders and things like
Oh
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
mental
Hmm.
things that they touched on. I really enjoyed that show. Oscar Isaac gave himself some redemption after playing Apocalypse.
Oh my God.
Um,
We don't talk about that.
but like,
Yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
Oscar, I mean, it seems like that's what the MCU is doing. Anybody that was in Fox, they's like, here's your chance to
Yeah.
redeem yourself, and
Yeah.
that's what they've been doing, man. And he was incredible.
Moon Knight was cool for me. I didn't like the season finale. I wasn't a big fan of the season finale like that. It ended kind of for
Mm-hmm.
me, but I still liked it though. I still liked it. So yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I, I would say because you liked another season finale, and I was like, on
Mm.
that one. So it's kind of
Okay.
yeah. So, but go ahead.
All right.
You got it,
So
Rob.
for me, my first TV show I want to mention, which I honestly almost forgot that this came out this year because it came out at the start of this year, and that is Peacemaker.
Oh yeah. It did. It
Yeah.
definitely did.
Yeah.
Peacemaker was fire.
I
That
haven't seen
that show was a pleasant, awesome surprise. And
Yes, sir.
I feel like for me, the moment it hooked me was the first episode when they played the intro and you see
Yeah.
John Cena and all the
Yes,
characters
right.
dancing, but they're all just stone faced, serious, all this stuff, whatever. I was like, what am I about to get into? And and
It was fire.
it was a wild ride in all the best ways of every week, every episode. I didn't really have a clue like what was about to happen. Like, was anybody safe? But but yeah, I really enjoyed this show. Like I said, it was just a pleasant surprise because at first when it was like, oh hey, we're doing a spinoff of John Cena's character from Suicide Squad, which that itself was dope last year.
Was a dope movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know, just because I don't really know much about these characters and stuff, whatever like that. But this
Same.
was a fire way to kick off the year. And I'm glad I kind of went back and looked to make sure because at first I thought it was last year because like I said it came out in January, so I was like maybe was
Mm.
Peacemaker last year, and I'm glad I kind of like looked through my my history. I was like, okay, cool, that was this year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I forgot about Peacemaker. Man, that's yeah. It was definitely fire.
yeah, but you saying that you forgot it just kind of honestly just kind of even more reaffirms of like what we talked about, like how insane this year was. Cause
Crazy year.
yeah, cause like I said earlier, it was some stuff that like started flashing through my mind. I'm like, crap, I didn't even write that on my list, or I forgot about that,
Hmm.
or whatever. So, but yeah, Peacemaker, it's on HBO Max for now. Who knows what's happening with HBO
Yeah,
Oh
and
man.
all that stuff. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it while you can.
Oh
that
man.
Peacemaker was fire.
Yeah,
Actually, we really named the three best superhero shows this year. Those were it for me. The top three.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, back to you, Rob J. What you got for us
Well,
next?
we're gonna stay on HBO Max, and we're gonna stay with superheroes. And
Hmm.
anybody who knows me knows I've been pushing this agenda. I've been championing this show. Oh man, Young Justice.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
yes,
Okay.
yes.
second half of the fourth season. It
Mm-hmm.
dropped, I think, in either February or March or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, man, what? Oh my gosh, what they did with this season is specifically the second half of this fourth season was just absolutely incredible, man. They, because in this fourth season, they split it up in arcs. So, because at first I was like confused. I was like, yo, this happened. But then
Yeah,
after this episode, we were on to something else. I'm like, wait, huh?
Hmm.
yeah,
But man, Young Justice just, this is my favorite season of the show.
yeah.
And they just went, just like I said, the boys, they took it to just a whole new level.
Mm-hmm.
And those
Mm-hmm.
man, those last few episodes were just great, man. Like Young Just James Gunn, if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, please, man, we need to renew Young Justice for season 5. We have to let season 5 be the final season, please.
Yeah,
But I need more Young Justice. It's too good, and especially how they left off
yeah,
that post credit scene.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like, oh my gosh, yo, I can talk about Young Justice all day. Like the character growth, Beast Boy, what he was going
Oh
through,
boy.
yeah,
bro. Oh my gosh, man, it was just a huge roller coaster, and I can't talk about the boys enough. I mean, not the boys, Young
Young Justice.
Justice.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Ah, please. I just need another season of Young Justice, man. It can't end like that. It can't end like that, man. It can't.
yeah. When this season was airing, I appreciated you and everybody else that was talking about it because 'cause I'm trying to think because I don't think I didn't start season 4 immediately when it came out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't because I never had finished season 3.
Okay.
Because of if I remember correctly, season 3 kind of had like that staggered weird release to where I think like part of it came out and then there's like a gap between they did like the other
Yeah.
part or
It was a gap.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Same way.
so that kind of threw me off, so I never finished it. And
Mm.
every week I'm just seeing you and GB and some of the people on the timeline talking about it. I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
it's time. And I went back and finished season
Mm-hmm.
3, and then
Yep.
yeah, I was there for the rest of the ride for season 4. And yeah, I agree. We need more, and like Rob J just said, if nothing else, at least give us maybe like one more lengthy season to wrap it up.
Man.
Hmm.
Man.
So we kind
Don't
of get
leave us
like
hanging.
a yeah, don't leave us hanging and stuff. So
Bro.
but yeah, awesome pick, awesome pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about animated stuff. I didn't even think. I didn't even write none of that on my list. Good stuff.
Well, I'm about to say like if anything comes to mind or whatever, you can jot it down because we'll probably have some extra slots to fill in maybe because
Yeah.
I've been kind of making note of some that y'all mentioned that was on mine, so we might have some wiggle room or whatever, some more free time towards the end. So Steve, what's the next one for you?
For me, I am going to go since he said don't leave us hanging like that. I am
Uh-oh.
going to go with Severance. Um, Severance is on Apple TV, and Severance is one of those shows that like I'm pretty good at like trying to guess and figure out things. Severance
Mm.
is one of the few shows where I was like lost. Well, wasn't lost, but I was surprised every time. I was like, "Dang, they got me again! Dang, they got me again!" Like Severance was incredible. Just think of a world where you can go to work and you can turn off your personal life. You can separate your personal life from your work life completely. Like this is our personal life, and then when you go to work, you know what I'm saying, you have no idea what you did at work. People yourself at work has nothing, no idea what you do in your personal life.
Mm.
And even like if us three, we all could be coworkers and we wouldn't even know it because literally you're just shut off from your work life and everything. And it's amazing. It's crazy because you know what I'm saying. They start to figure things out and everything. It's a wild ride,
Yeah.
real wild ride. Severance is great.
That's on my list, man.
Same
It's
here.
on my list. It's on my list.
That cliffhanger is gonna have you like, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way they did us like that. But yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me see. So next up, where do I want to go next? Uh, so many to choose. I'll pick next. Sandman.
Okay.
Yo, Rob, I forget. Wow, how did I forget about the sand? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that show.
Mm.
That's another one to where I know is it a DC comic?
DC, yes sir.
Okay. Okay. So that's another one I knew nothing
Nothing
about
about
it. I had no context.
Dang,
I
big
had no clue it was
thing.
a comic thing.
Dang,
I just saw people talking about it and I'm like, okay,
bro.
Sandman, what is this? But
Oh
that
my
ended up
god.
being such a
wow.
amazing show.
Mm-hmm.
And it the whole journey through whatever without getting into specifics whatever I really loved
Incredible.
the episode with whoops, hold on, y'all there? Hello? But so Sandman, like probably like one of my favorite episodes in that show was the episode with Death.
Bro.
Just because
Bro.
I did not expect that to be the form of death, it was very
I'm in
beautiful.
my feels right now just
Yeah,
thinking about it, bro. I'm trying to
yeah,
hold myself together.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah. That
Man.
that then them doing that stuff right next to, and mild spoilers for Sandman a little bit, but also next to the story of him visiting the guy every 100 years thing too. Like
Mm.
those two things in tandem, I was like, this is freaking amazing. This is freaking
Bro.
amazing. But
Phenomenal. Flawless television.
yeah,
Easily. Top probably Rob, I forgot this came out this year. I have a horrible memory. Bro, Sandman?
yeah,
Fam. Fam.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10. Easy.
yeah.
Easy 10 out of 10 show.
Also
It's on
the
Netflix, y'all. Please go watch that.
yes, on Netflix. I'm about to say also the serial convention.
Yo.
I gotta
if you
watch it again.
if you oh Steve, you haven't,
Oh yeah,
I thought you
No,
watched
no, y'all good. I
yeah,
watched the first two episodes and then I had fell off.
bro. The
yeah,
serial, yeah. I'm not gonna because Rob, because when I was watching, I was like a serial. Oh,
yeah,
That sounds wild already. I don't even know what it, but the way you said, oh, it makes
yeah,
me think like, okay.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
But yeah, Sandman, highly recommended. Like I said, I had no clue it was a comic thing, but that did not stop it from being a fantastic show.
bro.
Um, and cause the other dope thing I heard about it too or whatever, they just kind of just like grabbed my attention or whatever, just cause a lot of people was highlighting like how much like representation of us was in that show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
so, like I said, along with hearing that, oh, it's just a dope show in general, but it's also like,
Mm.
hey, it's actually got a lot of cool black people in the show too. Whatever. I'm like,
Beautiful black
okay.
women.
I'm like, okay,
Beautiful black women in
okay.
there.
So,
Beautiful black
so yeah, so that
women.
was another plus to the show as well. So,
Yeah,
but all right,
Oh,
on to the next one. Rob J, what's up?
damn. Rob, you stumped me on that, man. I forgot about Sandman. It was so good. Oh my god. But we move on. You can see my shirt, Grogu, for if you if you're listening to this. In the Star Wars universe. Now, I just watched this show. I actually binge watched this show probably like 2 weeks ago, maybe, and that's gonna be Andor.
Ooh,
okay.
I've heard great things
Andor
about it.
is absolutely incredible, bro, and it's lucky that it only has one season because it's not fair. Because I was gonna say this is the best Star Wars show, but
Mm,
The Mandalorian has 2 seasons. Well, 2.5 seasons if you count the
Yeah, because
Book of
that
Boba
boat.
trash. But
Mhm.
listen, bro, Andor and here's the thing: Rogue One. I've never seen Rogue One. I
mm,
haven't seen Rogue One, and Andor is supposed to be the prequel to that. Yo, because this first season, and then there's gonna be a second season. I think it's dropping either next year or 2024, I believe.
mm.
I don't know when. I hope it's next year. But listen, man, this like spy thrillery thing, like it is so amazing, bro. If you are a Star Wars fan, go watch Andor on Netflix.
Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And we're back.
Yo, it's streaming on Disney Plus. Just go out there, watch it. It's really good. Great characters, great moments. Oh man, it's really good. Everybody needs to go watch Andor, please,
Mhm.
please.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, Steve, what you got next for us?
Ooh, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go with a show that I found this year. I'm not sure if it first aired this year, but it had caught my attention. It's a FX show. It is called Kevin Can Go F Himself.
Hmm.
I found this show on a whim. I was just on my YouTube TV. They have this thing where they just randomly start showing commercials, and they'll
Yeah.
show a commercial for something over and over to its point where you like, all right, let me check it out and see what happens.
Hmm.
So with this show, the show is like a sitcom and a drama at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like you know how like 90 sitcoms were like the sitcom dad or husband or whatever was always
Hmm.
goofy and just an idiot. Like he's rumbling and he trips over stuff, he does stuff like he's just that's who he is, right?
Yeah.
So the show is like that. It's a sitcom and the wife it's focused around the wife. But then when the wife is not in the room with the husband, we see the aftermath and how she acts like
Hmm.
based off of things he does. Like he'll like she was carrying a whole bunch of groceries on the first episode. It's not really a spoiler. It's just to show
Yeah.
that dynamic. And she's carrying a whole bunch of groceries. And then the husband is sitting on the couch eating like a foot long sandwich. And then she's like, "Can you help me, please?" And he's like, "Oh, my hands are full." And then they got like the studio audience that laughs and stuff like that. And then she walks into the kitchen and the scene gets completely dark. Like the whole look of the show changes. And she throws the
Mm,
bags down. She's like pissed off because she's carrying all the bags and he
Hmm.
kind of just
that's fire.
like it was real crazy because like when I watched the first episode, I wasn't expecting it because I was
Yeah.
just expecting it to be like the sitcom thing or whatever, and it was like really light. Like the
Hmm.
whole scene changes. It's like the whole production of it, the whole show. It
Yeah.
switches whenever the husband is not in the show. It switches and it's like completely dark, and she like hates this dude. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as she walks back into the living room, it turns back into like a '90s sitcom theme.
Huh.
it's crazy, bro. Like watching the show, and it's like the things with the 90s sitcoms thing is like normal stuff that you would see like on Family Matters or something like that,
Yeah.
where it's just like somebody is just dumb and whatever.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden she leaves that person. And when she leaves that person, she's like, I can't believe he just said that to me, or like stuff like that. And it
Yeah.
turns into
Yeah,
the show. The show is crazy, bro. Like, and,
man.
Sounds like
and
it.
yeah, it's really good. It's called Kevin Can Go F Himself. And yeah, without spoiling anything, like that's pretty much what the premise of the show is. It's real good. I think it's 10 episodes. I'm not sure if the second season came out already. But I
Okay,
watched that first season and I was like, this is a really good show. So
nice.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, cause yeah, I have definitely never never heard of that one. So the beautiful thing about us doing this is not only are we giving the people some dope things to watch, y'all are also giving me some cool things to watch.
Facts.
Cause I got my little notes here. I'm making uh just note of everything we mentioning and stuff. So all right, so let's see. So for myself next, hmm, I think I'll go with the Harley Quinn show.
Wow,
wow.
I still haven't seen it yet.
The new
Well, no,
season?
yeah, this new season. I've seen the first. It's 3 seasons out
Yeah,
total, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
three just came
Yeah,
out this year. Yeah,
yeah. I've seen season 1 and season 2 yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So this show, and so this was my first time watching any of it. So I got to watch all 3 seasons back to back to back.
Oh
And
wow,
Oh, lucky.
yeah, yeah,
that's the best. I swear. Yeah, oh man, you lucky.
yeah.
Because I
Wow.
It was a amazing, beautiful binge watch. Because of the fact of like, I had seen people talking about it here and there over the years, but
Hmm.
I'm just like, especially just because DC always comes out with feels like a bunch of animated different series. So at first I was just like, okay, it's just another one. I'm not in a
Hmm.
rush to watch it, but Steve was talking about it, and
Mhm.
Shakita from Wild Weird and Witchy podcast, she was talking about it heavy when I had her on, and I just always heard all this awesome praise for it and stuff. So I decided, I was like, you know what, it's time for me to finally check it out and give it a shot. And the other thing too that I knew about the show as well is that the voice of King Shark, Ron Funches, he's a
Yes.
comedian that
Hmm.
I had found out about through a gaming podcast that I followed for years or whatever. He was a guest on some of their episodes, and they had mentioned that he was King Shark, and so that was kind of like another push for me to watch it. But when I started watching it, I did not expect it to be, one, how funny it was,
Facts.
two, how mature it was, because
Man,
I was not
man.
expecting the level of violence. I was not expecting characters to actually die, like die.
Yeah.
This ain't no like SpongeBob where somebody, or other cartoon where somebody died, quote
Yep. Yep.
unquote,
Yep.
but they're back the next episode is like, oh wait,
He did.
he's still gone. They're
He
still
gone,
there
gone.
and stuff. So yeah, so that just brought like a whole element of surprise for me, as well as just kind of getting to just see a lot more of these different characters that don't always get the spotlight in the big movies and
Hmm.
stuff, whatever. And so, because who the heck is Kite Man? I don't.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Crying.
Who is this dude? But
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
show just does so awesome with just kind of like subverting your expectations and just kind of
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, you think you know this character? Well, what if we do this little twist with this character,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
stuff? So, and one I'll shout out. I'm not gonna go no spoiler, but I'll just shout out the stuff Joker goes through in the season or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
super dope and super unexpected. So,
Mm.
Bro,
but
I binged I
yeah.
binged the first two seasons and I loved it. And
Same
then when
here.
I was watching season three, it didn't give me that same feeling because I was watching it week to week. So I put
Mm,
it down, and then I was all like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start from season one and watch it all the way through, just so I can get that
Okay.
same experience.
yeah.
Because season three, the only reason it just wasn't, I was ready for the next episode,
Yeah.
and I remember
Yeah.
how I felt when I watched those first two
Yup.
seasons. I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. Like with that show, like I have to binge watch it.
Yeah.
I have to binge watch it. I can't watch that week to week at all.
Yeah.
I, I was doing it, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But it was really good though. Still, it was really good.
Yeah.
I gotta peep it. I gotta peep it. I gotta peep.
Yeah. Exactly. So, all right. So, bringing it around again, Rob J, what you got for us next?
Well, Steve went to what's it called? FX. My bad, FX. So I'm gonna stay in that realm with Snowfall.
Let's
This
go. Why did I
Snowfall is in
completely forget?
this. I think it was season 3 that or 4 that came out this year.
Season four.
Season 4 came out this year, bro.
Mhm.
Snowfall is an incredible, incredible show, bro.
Facts.
One of my favorite shows ever, to be honest, man. During the pandemic, well, we're still in the pandemic. I'll say during the quarantine, I binge watched I think the first 2 seasons. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I binge watched the first 2 seasons, and then I was hooked immediately. This season 4 was great. People like to, slander it for one thing, and that dang tiger. There was a
Yeah.
tiger. I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but a tiger showed up, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird,
It
and
was
I'm
random.
like, what? Like, what's going on here? But then people like to say that the whole season was bad just because of that. And like, no, bro, there was a whole lot of craziness going on, and we're gonna get season 5 next year. Not yeah, and that's gonna be the final season. So I know that's gonna be insane,
The
I
bro.
development of these characters in that show was
Franklin Saint,
crazy.
bro.
so
Rob, you finna say something?
yeah, I was to ask y'all for my curiosity, like what exactly is Snowfall? Because I know nothing about the show aside from I hear Mike from Blaname talk about it all the time on
Oh yeah,
Blaname, whatever. So
mm.
I have
Drug
no.
show.
Okay.
It, it's a
It's a
drug
drug.
show. So if you're not into that type of drug show crime, but this one for me is like, to me this is like the best one to me. Like as far
It's
as like,
better than Power, in my
for
opinion.
sure, yeah, for sure,
It's better than
way
Power
better to
to
me.
me.
To me, because it's
Yeah,
more realistic. For me,
it's
like
actually based, I think, on
Freeway Rick Ross.
Freeway Ricky Ross.
Yep,
Mm,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
loosely based.
loosely
Yeah.
based on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really enjoy it. It's and it's got that '80s feel.
Bro.
So it really give you because it's basically in the '80s and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a really good show. I'm really loving that show as well. I completely forgot about that one. Um,
Yeah.
but Snowfall is like my favorite one, and then Godfather of Harlem would be the second.
I still gotta watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mm,
those are
mm.
my top two. Like as far as like whenever I feel like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna watch some drug shows and stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, these
Yeah.
are the two. Oh, and Breaking Bad, but anyway,
Oh, Breaking Bad is the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Breaking Bad is the goal.
yeah.
Probably my favorite show
Mm.
ever.
So
Yeah,
y'all,
Riley.
no,
Well, you,
y'all just made me remember
Yeah,
a show I
because I
need to
already
put on
know.
here.
I know
So
which one
thank.
you're talking about.
Yep.
Better call Saul.
Yep.
Might as well just
Yep.
talk about
Yep.
it.
I haven't seen that yet. I gotta watch it one day. But
Bro,
yeah,
But yeah, I'll talk about it
Snowfall is
on
my
my
pick.
next round. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Snowfall was it for me. It was good, and I'm looking forward to this final season that's coming up next year. So yeah,
Awesome.
mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Steve, what's up next?
All right. For me, I'm going to continue to try to promote some of these shows that I think need more love. Let's go with Undone. That was recommended to me by Rob from Dad Needs to Talk. You know, this is your very own host of this. Uh, Undone on Amazon Prime was crazy. Uh, it's I don't even know how to explain what it is, but it was a ride. It was a roller coaster. I really hope that they come out with another season for it. Just the whole back and forth dynamic of how like you can kind of like be here and then be there, and it was really crazy. I was not expecting it. It's also from the creator of BoJack Horseman, and and it's got the guy from Better Call Saul as well. But
Yep.
it's just I don't even know how to explain this show. Like it's literally like the girl kind of like her dad was like getting told that he was schizophrenic, so she started getting some of those same characteristics kind of, and then she finds out that it's not exactly what it is. It's kind of like a ability that she has, but everyone else sees it as schizophrenic. So she can kind of like time jump and do all this other stuff. So when she's talking in the room to herself, people are assuming she's schizophrenic, but she's talking to somebody from a different time, and
Okay.
it's wild. It's crazy, bro. That show was amazing.
Yeah, and one other thing I'll say about that show too is that it has probably like one of like the most unique visual styles I have ever seen in a
Mhm.
show. It's
Bro,
kind
I
of
cannot, bro. I
Uh,
yeah.
cannot. It's so I can't, man.
It it
That
it
style is so cringy. I can't do it,
it
man.
took me a while to kind of like get in the rhythm with it because same thing. It was like I was like, whoa, okay, this is very different
Yeah.
than what you'll see in other shows. Period. But the story and just like the mystery of like okay like what exactly is going on and stuff
Hmm.
whatever
mhm.
was enough to pull me through it. So but yeah, I'm right there
Yeah,
with you, Steve. Yeah,
that story was fire. I hope they get a season three for it. Because it
yeah,
was really really good.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So next up for me, like I mentioned a while ago, I can't believe I almost forgot about this show, and that is Better Call Saul.
Mhm.
Because this year was also the series finale.
Yep.
So
Mm.
it is done. It is wrapped up. If you know, I've talked about it on the podcast before, but if you are a fan of Breaking Bad, if you love the Saul Goodman character, then this show is highly recommended. Now the beginning of the show kind of starts off. I would say maybe like a little bit slower than things were with Breaking Bad, but it starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
And crazy stuff
Okay.
starts to happen and starts to go on. But the thing I loved about as the show went on, especially as we get into this final season, is just finally seeing the circle and the loops closing because the show kind of takes place across two timelines. Part of it we see Saul Goodman's story before he meets Walter White in Breaking Bad, but we also see
Mm.
what he's going through post Breaking Bad. Because spoilers for Breaking Bad, Saul Goodman is one of the few people who make it out the show and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so and I loved how they continue to carry on that visual split to where the uh his stuff from the past is all in color and stuff whatever, but the present slash future timeline post Breaking Bad it's all black
Mhm.
and white,
Mhm.
and
Oh
they carry
wow.
that on through to the final episode. But yeah, but like I said, just to say, like I said, I feel like this final season wrapped up awesome. They pretty much tied up any loose ends, even some loose ends that were kind of still hanging from Breaking Bad. They kind of
Oh
bring,
really?
yeah. They you know
Okay.
there are characters from Breaking Bad that get
Mhm.
brought up all throughout Better Call Saul,
Mm. Mm.
Facts.
and
Okay.
yeah, and pretty much even throughout Breaking, I mean Better Call Saul, there's even some
Mm.
characters that you're kind of like, okay, are we gonna get a conclusion to that character storyline? And I feel like
Bet. Bet.
I can't really think of any characters, at least off the top of my head, that they did not at least explain in some way of like, hey, this is what happened to this character, or we at least see this is where they are when it's all said and done. So,
Got it.
so yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
Better Call Saul, highly recommended. So,
I had actually got in trouble for watching Better Call Saul at work. That's when I was like, you know what, this job isn't for me. And
Right.
I was I was on season two, and you know what? I didn't even continue watching it. I stopped at like season two, like halfway through it.
yeah,
But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
but I was watching it. I was like hooked.
yeah,
Like I
Mhm.
was hooked.
yeah.
But yeah,
Which, speaking of which, it's all on Netflix as well. So I forgot to mention
yes,
that. So,
sir.
It's all on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if they've put all the final season on because I don't know what is up with Better Call Saul, but like they always wait so freaking long before they put
That
the
remind,
season up or
yeah.
whatever. So I haven't checked to see if they've put
Okay.
this final season up yet, but I know for sure 1 through 5 are up or whatever. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, so check that out. So I'm just looking
Nice.
really quickly, and nah, they just have 1 through 5 so far. So
25 up there.
yeah,
Okay.
but but all right.
Okay.
So
Cool.
we'll keep rolling. Cause let me see, cause I only have just because like we've had some overlap or whatever myself. I have just like a few left, so we'll just kind of go
Yeah.
through a few more, and then just kind of
Okay.
see
Cool.
where
Cool.
we are
Cool.
from there. So Rob J, I'll let you kick us off with what you got next.
All right. This show did not uh premiere this year, but it's still ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's not a show. It's a, it's a whole franchise. It's three different shows. And if you follow me, like I always say, because on Twitter I'm always binge watching. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing threads on the shows that I watch.
Yeah.
I discovered, and this was in, I think it was in January or February. I was watching USA Network, and I was just bored. So I'm like, okay, this show is on. It should be some good, background music for me to chill. And it's gonna be the Chicago franchise. So I'm talking
Mm.
Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD. I'm not gonna go too long on this, but
Yeah.
they're great shows. They have, like, I think Med has 8 seasons, PD has 10 seasons, and Fire has 11 seasons, and they come back in like a couple weeks, I believe. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
really good. I love it. I love Chicago Med, Fire, and PD. You'll see me on Twitter talking about it, and I binge watched all of those seasons within like 2 months, bro. Anybody knows me, I binge watch shows. I
Yeah.
I, I
Mm-hmm.
plays no games with these shows. I love them. So yeah, that's gonna be my pick. The one Chicago franchise. That's what it's called. One
Okay.
one Chicago.
From
One
Chicago. Okay.
Chicago.
I've heard about Chicago Fire before,
Yeah,
but that's the only one I didn't know it was multiple.
yeah. It's Med, Fire, and PD, and actually Law. I think SVU is like it's
Tied
it's
into
in
it.
that same like thing too. So I was like,
Mm.
dang, okay. But yeah, one
Okay.
Chicago.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
What you got
For
next,
me,
Steve?
I'm trying to do another one that I feel like doesn't get enough love. Let's do the after party. The after party is on Apple TV as well. It is a show about a high school reunion. They have their high school reunion. I think they're a 10-year high school reunion,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the dudes decides to have an after party at his house, and he ends up being murdered. Um,
Wait, what?
yeah,
Wow.
he ends up being murdered, and now the police officer comes in, and she's like, "Nobody leaves this party. We're about to get a story. We're about to get everybody's story." So it's like a vantage point
Hmm.
type thing of what like,
Mm,
and but
okay.
it's also a comedy on top of that because it's got Tiffany Haddish. Dang, what's this dude's name? He's in everything too. The dude that voice of Sonic is in there as well. But I can't remember the
Ben
dude that I'm
Schwartz.
thinking. I can't remember his name. He was in like Tomorrow War.
Ben
Ben
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I know he's Sonic, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But the other guy, the main character, what is his name? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam Richardson.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Sam Richardson is a popular actor. As soon as y'all type his name in, you'll know who he is. Uh, but yeah, so and basically, so this show basically, I think it's not James Franco, but James Franco's little brother is the one that's
Dave
murdered
Franco.
or whatever. Dave Franco, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like a celebrity. This happens in the first 3 seconds of the show, by the way. It's not a spoiler. Literally, the show starts and he falls to his death. It's like, so it's not a spoiler. It's 3 seconds into the show. Because I don't want y'all to think that I spoiled anything for you.
Spoiler Steve.
Yeah, this is literally like the show starts, he's screaming, and then you hear a splat. That's how the show starts. But basically, like, literally, they show, like, where was you during the party? Where was you during the reunion? All this other stuff. And all their stories are, like, crazy because they're told from different perspectives of how they view themselves. So, like, one dude, his story is like an action hero story because he views himself as, like, this awesome dude or whatever, and then each one just has a different like vibe. It's like some that are real crazy goofy,
Yeah.
some of them that's like more serious and like they're pointing the finger at certain people. It's a really good show. I think it's only 8 episodes and they're like 30-minute episodes. The first episode is 45 minutes and then everyone after that is 30 minutes, so you
Okay.
can fly through this show in
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, in
Yeah.
one sitting.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's addicting, especially once you start trying to figure out who you think killed them. That's when it really gets addicting because they really like point fingers at different people to make you think, oh, I got it, I know who did it and stuff like that. So it's a really good show. Once again, Apple TV just hasn't missed for me. I need
Yo,
Yeah.
they have bangers. Apple TV has nothing but bangers.
bro.
Yeah.
Bangers.
All right. So I know. So the next one I'm gonna mention. I was gonna say this one for my last one, but I'm gonna go ahead and just move it up the list a little bit. And that is Abbott Elementary.
Let's go.
Nice,
Yo.
nice.
This show was just like my weekly piece. I just felt so at peace every week when I watched a new episode of Abbott Elementary because it brings the perfect blend of some comedy and humor moments, but also some life lessons and some real world, struggles that like teachers and stuff go through. And so, and another thing too, cause for myself, before Abbott Elementary, I think I had kind of heard of her name, but I wasn't too familiar with Quinta Brunson before this show.
Quinta Brunson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Other than, ooh, he got money.
yeah.
So this show is freaking fantastic. I feel like it is definitely one of those kind of like a callback to like the really good like family sitcom type of shows. But like I said, just within a school setting. And other big surprise with this show too is the fact that we got another season in the same year, which
Wow.
I was not expecting because when it first came out at the beginning of the year, I was like, yo, this is very dope. Okay, it got renewed. I guess maybe we'll see it in a year or two. And then they were like, nope, it's coming back in like August or September. I was like, wait, what? It's coming back already. And so all the episodes have been super dope. I loved the Halloween episode that they did.
Oh, that was funny.
Because I love like how like the kids would just do like the different like Marvel quotes and stuff like that. Like the one kid like what did it cost you? Did like the Thanos everything line and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this show in general, it is just such a heartwarming show. And like I said, one that I recommend to anybody of any age because I feel like it is one of those shows that you can watch yourself or you can watch with your family. So yeah, Abbott Elementary definitely probably like one of for sure like my biggest surprises that I loved
Nice.
watching this year.
Nice. Okay.
So
Um,
all right, you can keep going, Rob.
yeah, I have to get back into that. I only watched like the first 3 episodes, but then I fell off. So
Yeah,
I got me some binge watching to do. I can't wait for that.
yeah,
That's gonna
yeah.
be real decent. But my pick is gonna be She-Hulk. She-Hulk
Mm,
was really, really dope, man. It was a comedy. You could just turn off your mind. You could just turn off your brain and just enjoy some good like some good TV. It was
yeah,
good. Bro, I love She-Hulk, and of course, it, with anything, you're gonna have your haters and your, I don't know, man. This show was great. It was hilarious. The person who played She-Hulk did a phenomenal job. She bodied it.
hmm
I think it's Tatiana Mosley.
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she bodied it. Like, I can't wait in that bro, that season finale. Yo, that, oh my god. Probably in my opinion, oh yeah, I know Steve, but
I
one of the
disagree with that.
best season finales
One
of a
of them.
Marvel TV show. One of,
Yeah.
yeah, one
Fair enough.
of, one of.
I don't
It
even know.
might be, it might be, bro. It was hilarious, bro. You just
It
got
was funny. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It
like
was funny. But when you said that, I was
they,
like, "Ooh, WandaVision was."
bro. The execution of that was just hilarious and it was just perfect. Cause well, no, I'm not gonna get into spoilers. I remember we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, watch She-Hulk if you love Marvel. Just turn off your brain, enjoy some good content. It's really, really good.
yeah.
I had a blast each week watching She-Hulk. So yeah.
Yeah, same here for me because cause going into the show or whatever, She Hulk is one of those characters that I don't know too much or
Same
anything
here.
about, and
Same here.
so which has been the very awesome thing about all now that we're a decade plus into the MCU is like okay now they're starting to
Mm-hmm.
dive into all these other smaller
Yup.
characters and stuff, or smaller for me, and so it's like okay She Hulk's on the roster. Let's see what this is. And yeah, I agree. When I kind of say, okay, it's going to be a little bit more comedy, fourth wall breaking.
Yes,
I
bro.
agree. I was like, okay, yeah. I just know every week I can just, like you said, just turn off my brain and just sit back and it's just going to be a fun ride
Mm-hmm.
to watch. Nothing too serious to take, whatever. Just a fun, enjoyable show. So I'm right there with you.
Indeed.
All right, Steve, what you got next?
I am going to go to HBO Max, and I'm going to go with the new Issa Rae show called Rap Shit. Rap Shit is really, really good. Why did you laugh?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's Issa Rae has a new show on HBO Max, and it's about these two girls who are kind of trying to come up in the rap industry or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there are a lot of rumors that they're saying that they're supposed to be loosely based off of the City Girls or
The City
whatever.
Girls, yeah.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed this show. At first, I was like, "Oh, okay, what is Issa doing?" You know what I'm saying? As far as like, because it's not insecure, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of
Yeah.
where the vibe was going immediately. I was like, "Oh, we getting another insecure type show," and it
Yeah.
wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I initially I was like, I don't know, but then like once again, it's 30-minute episodes. I think it's only eight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, 30 minutes? Okay.
8 episodes, 30-minute episodes.
Okay.
You're gonna breeze through it. And once I got through like episode 3 or 4, I was into the characters. I was into the dynamic of how they do the show. The show is very social media esque friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So every now and then the character will, have a solo scene where they're talking to the screen, kind of like The Office in a sense, but it's like a Instagram live type thing. So you can see random comments popping up at the bottom as they're talking, like people like, just normal stuff. So if you like heavy on social media, you're gonna love this show because you're gonna be reading
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be reading all the little comments and things like that. So I really enjoyed rap shit.
All right. Dope. So next one for me. Let me see. Yeah, because I have about two more on my list that I for sure want to get to, and then after
Okay.
that, like I said, we might can do whoops.
Mhm.
All right. So my next one is the return of one of HBO's powerhouses, and that is House of the Dragon.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
This is fire.
Now, I enjoyed the original Game of Thrones series. You know, I'm not like a super like person that's like on the books and all this stuff, whatever. I just enjoyed watching the TV show and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, okay, hey, they're doing this basically this kind of like prequel series going hundreds of years before what happened in Game of Thrones, I was like, okay, you know, maybe I'll check it out, see what's going on. And from jump and the whole way through, this show delivered what I enjoyed about Game of
Facts.
Thrones, and that is just the suspense, the betrayals, the who is who can you trust, just the slithering, sneaky, slimy, grimy people that you love to hate. Uh, yeah, House of Dragons just like delivered on all that stuff. So yeah, it was just it had kind of been a while since I've kind of had like that kind of like what they call like appointment TV, to where it's like, all right, hey, it's
Yeah,
Sunday night,
I
Yup.
gotta
it's
be here.
8 o'clock.
The whole the
I'm not
entire
getting on.
timeline.
Yeah, I'm not getting on social media before I watch this episode because
Smart man.
yes, and that is one element though that I will say is like kind of made this season even that much more enjoyable because it's been a few years since we had Game of Thrones, and just
Facts.
how people talk and share stuff on social media is just a whole new level. So I just
Mm-hmm.
loved all the different memes and gifs and stuff that came out of every
Mm-hmm.
episode.
Mm.
Uh,
Yup. Yup. Yup.
it was just a super dope, just fun adventure to be on every week. So yeah, so big shout
Facts.
out to House of Dragons, and I am ready to see like what chaos gets unleashed when they come back. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed watching this show.
I binged it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I binged it. I didn't watch it week to week, so I knew about a big event at the very end, but other
Mhm.
than that, I still didn't know what was going on or
Nice.
what was gonna happen. So I binged it, and I was like, "Yo, Game of Thrones. This is what I." Because with Game of Thrones, I actually binged it all the way until the fight of that bear. So I binged it
Mhm.
all the way until that episode. So I was like
Hmm.
in the final season already of Game of Thrones when I binged it. So I was all like, maybe that's why I'm not enjoying it because I was on episode 2 and I was all like, no, I'm gonna just wait. So I
Mhm.
waited until the season was over and then I binged it all and I was like, yeah, Game of Thrones for this. I guess for me, the way that I love it, I'm enjoying watching it like as a binge instead of a week to week thing because
Yeah.
Just
that
like me.
show that mother was it's fire, bro. Like if you can get past the, I know what you were saying. You don't like the
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
hooking
Yeah.
up. If you can get past the family hooking up part, which you know what I'm saying, that's a huge thing to ask, right? If you can get past the incest,
Oh my god.
other than the incest, you know what I'm saying, like that's a huge thing to get past. But Game of Thrones is fire, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like on the serious though, Game of Thrones is fire. The
Oh
story
my
is
Yeah.
god.
fire. The action is crazy. The surprises, especially because for me, like I knew these phrases from Game of Thrones, but I didn't know what they meant.
Mhm.
So it didn't. It was like, oh, that makes sense. Why? Red Wedding or things of that nature. I was like,
Yeah.
I've heard that, but I never knew why. And
Yeah.
then when
Mhm.
I watched it, I was like, yo, okay, that makes it like all these things start making sense. So
Yeah.
yeah, as a being just a better watch for me. It was so good.
Yeah.
I think Rob would really enjoy it if he
I'm not gonna watch it, man. I'm never touching Game of Thrones, bro.
it's
It's
so
just
fire.
it's not for me. I don't really care for it. Mm. It is
That's
what it
fair.
is.
That's
I
fair.
understand.
That's
It is
fair.
what it is. It is what it is. But
All right. Yeah. What you
yeah.
got for us next, Rob J?
This is a show that's been on my list. It did not come out this year. It's been on my list for a while. Some folks, they actually told me about it. They told me to watch it, and
Mm-hmm.
you know me, I binge watch a lot. So Friday Night Lights. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a high school football drama, pretty much. Sort of like All American. If you like All American, you will like Friday Night Lights. It was really good. It's only like 5 seasons. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it. It was phenomenal. I cried. But yeah, that's gonna be mine. So
Awesome.
Ooh, ah, no.
Awesome.
And I literally when you said this, you said people was talking about it. You reminded me of a show that I feel like I have to say. So I'm this ain't even on my list, but
Yeah.
Euphoria
that came out
is
this year.
yeah. I think that was
Oh my
the beginning of the
god,
year. Uh,
yo,
Euphoria is
bro,
just it's amazing, bro.
bro,
like
incredible.
like that show is so good. The acting and everything from Zendaya and that like I get it. Like people are tired of seeing her in everything, but she is fire in Euphoria as Rue. Her performance is amazing. She deserved Emmys and all that stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
that just an
I
amazing
still need to
show.
watch the full show because I started watching uh part of I think part of the first season a while back, but
Okay.
I haven't like fully uh dove into it yet. But it is definitely on my list of things to get to. But I do also know it is a uh, a heavy watch.
Adult.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really heavy.
yeah.
I I binge watched the first season before the second season came out. So I
Mhm.
binge watched that, and then I waited for all of the second season to get done, and then I binge watched the second season up until I think
Oh.
the finale. So
Mm,
I watched the finale with everybody on Twitter. It was insane. It was crazy. But yo,
Mhm.
Euphoria, and not even the show. Those um those two there's like one on Rue, and then there's one on I think her name is Jules. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about,
yeah,
Steve?
yeah. Those two things. Yeah,
Those
yeah. I know what you're talking.
different two episodes. That was
Mhm.
so fire, bro.
So much going on in emotion and they're powerful.
Bro.
It's a really good show. I think you will enjoy it. And
yeah.
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 watching that show definitely helped me like prepare myself for conversations that I need to have with my
Hmm.
kids. Because it's like you watching
Oh
stuff and
yeah.
you like, yo, there's a lot of like peer pressure and things in this show.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
it's like, man, I need to have these conversations with my kids, but obviously not show them the
Yeah.
show. But it's
Yeah.
definitely some things to think about. That show is really good. Euphoria is fire.
Yeah. All right. So my next one I want to mention. Let me make sure. Yeah. So my next one I want to mention. And this is one I got recommended to by the homie Sundari. When I had her
Okay.
on a couple months ago, and that is Reservation Dogs.
Okay.
I've heard of that.
Yes.
I've heard about that as well.
So this is a show that is it's an FX show that is on Hulu, but it basically follows these four teenagers who live on a Indian reservation, and so this was a show that gave so much more insight into that culture for me, just because I there's just like general things that a lot of us know about different races and different cultures and stuff, whatever. But this show went so deep into very specific things that if you're not in that culture, you might not know, you might not understand. And that was kind of like a beautiful thing, just to see like, hey, this is what these kids that live on this reservation, the struggles that they go through, the problems that they deal with, and them trying to follow this dream of working, saving up money to get out and to follow the dream of a friend that they had lost. They had passed away a year before the show started, and so it kind of follows these four characters trying to, come to terms with the loss of their friend, and then trying to take this trip out to California. And so there's 2 seasons of it. Both of them are freaking fantastic. And like I said, it was just something that was just very eye-opening and inspiring to see. Because like I said, you don't really get too many shows of this caliber. And I also got to give a shout out to. There's a podcast I came across called Native Film Talk. And the host, his name is Ian. He did a episode by episode recap for this series, and he is of Native American descent, and so he brought even more context to the show than what I caught watching, because there was a lot of stuff in the show that if you're not from that background, you wouldn't know. There were some things like oh, okay, that that thing or whatever, that probably means something. I don't know. I could kind of get the general gist, but kind of getting that extra layer, kind of like with us when we see certain things that, okay, if you're not black, you're not gonna understand. Certain things you might see a black person do in a movie or a TV show. Kind of the same thing here. So Reservation Dogs, very big recommendation. Like I said, I think this was the first show that had like the whole cast, the whole production crew, directors, everybody was of indigenous and Native American background, because the two main directors of it, I believe, is Taika Waititi and
Oh wow.
and what's the other guy? Sterling something. I can't think of what his name. But anywho, but yeah, either way, my point is, fantastic show. Go check it out. So like I said, it's 2 seasons on Hulu.
Nice.
And let me
And
see. So that was kind of like my last big one I had. So I'll let you two guys,
same.
if y'all have a couple more y'all want to shout out before we wrap up. Actually,
I got one.
I'm curious if this might be the one you're gonna mention, but there is one I'm surprised I haven't heard you mention yet, Rob J. It was one that I heard you talk about all the time. I can't remember the name of the show, but it's the one starring Jonathan Bernthal.
See, this is why my name is Rob and your name is Rob, because bro, we're here. That literally, I swear, bro, I swear on everything. That that was gonna be my next pick. We Own This City is made by the same people. Oh, Steve,
yes, bro.
You seen it too?
Yes, I forgot about that show. What?
Bro, from the same
I still need to
people
finish
who made
it.
The Wire. Oh, you didn't finish it, Rob?
No, I still need to finish. I watched like the first few
yeah.
episodes,
Yeah.
but it's
I remember you saying it. Yeah.
every time I log into Hulu, it's there on my queue. I mean HBO. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, John Berthal is incredible, bro. He bodied this role. It was so good, and it's based on a true story too, on the police task force. I think it was in Baltimore, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was dirty cops. Dirty cops trying to, well, not trying to. They actually stole a whole bunch of money, But yeah, man, that show was absolutely incredible. If you watch The Wire, do not attack me. I haven't seen it yet. The Wire, I haven't watched The Wire yet. I do plan on watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of great things, but this show, We Own the City, had a lot of characters from The Wire
Yeah.
on there. A lot of people like they love that each week. They're like, oh, that's such and such. That's such and such.
Yeah.
But yo, John John Berthal put on a master class, and they got robbed from the freaking is it the
Emmy.
Oscars, the Emmys.
Mhm.
They got robbed. They got no noms at all, none,
Crazy.
no Emmy noms whatsoever. They got robbed. But this show is really good. John puts on a master class in
Yeah.
this show. If you haven't seen it yet, it's called We Own This City. It's on HBO Max. Go watch that, and it's based on a true story. It's really messed up. Real. Oh my god, that final episode when oh my god, craziness. But yeah,
Right.
We Own This City. John Berthal puts on a master class. Yep, that's my last like big pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
So I got as my big picks. I had two more big ones.
Yeah.
I thought one of y'all would have said one of them.
Okay.
Um, but I'll say it. Bel Air.
That
Uh,
that that was this year. I
that
thought that
was
was last year.
in
I still
February.
haven't, I still haven't watched it.
It came out.
Oh,
It came out in February.
yeah, it came out in February.
Wow. Yeah, that show was fire though.
Bel Air was really good. I was not expecting it to be like I knew that it wasn't going to be the Fresh Prince. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's supposed to
Right.
be like the same dynamic, but
Exactly.
in a different story told. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Easter eggs. If you were a big
Yup.
Fresh Prince fan, things
Yup.
made sense. Like when Will was having the basketball game, it was
Mm-hmm.
like it was like a lot of different things.
It's good.
But yeah, Bel Air was one, and then the one that really touched me. They had their finale and final season was This Is Us. I binged it all
This
in
is
one
us. Ooh.
sitting. That show was really good. I see why everybody was talking about it all these years
Mm.
because I binged all of it in one
You
sitting.
must love pain, bro.
Bro. Yeah.
I,
Once I've accepted it, I'll be like, all right, okay, this is what we doing, and I
yeah.
just watch it. Bro. That's a really it's a really good show. This Is Us was really good, and they had their finale this year, so I wanted to touch on that one.
Mm, mm. So
Undone, but
I
yeah,
I do
I got
have
some little ones and twosies, but
I do
we'll be
have
all right.
I do have one more. I'll
Rapid
just
fire.
yeah
Or
I do have one. I just want to shout out real quick too. And that is Stranger Things. The season that came out this year for Stranger
Duh,
Things.
bro.
oh man.
How can we
Yeah.
forget Stranger Things? What the?
That show was that this season was freaking ridiculous, and it put me back in for the first time in a while because I don't know I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like the last season didn't have that same feel all the way like it did like with the earlier seasons. But this one I feel like it kind of like they kind of like went back, got back into form, so to speak. Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's one, a big one for me. So and yeah, so we'll just kind of just do like a couple more, just quick rap fire, just shout out ones, that y'all might just at least just want to shout out before we get up out of here. So Rob J, I'll let you go first. You can shout out.
I'll just throw out one.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was good to me.
Mm,
I liked it.
yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it. It was enjoyable for me. So yeah, Miss
Yeah.
Marvel.
Enjoyed that one. Um, I recently just binged Ted Lasso. Um,
Mm,
Ted Lasso was really good. Basically, a football coach that ends up applying for a job, and the job was not the football he thought it was. It was
Mm.
it was soccer. So yeah, he's a coach for a soccer team, and then they do some other
uh,
things in there. So that's really good. And then everybody was watching Wednesday, like last week or something like that.
I
Oh
still
yeah.
I still need to watch that.
So that was really,
My wife started watching that. Heck, even my daughters were watching that. One of my daughters was like, "Hey, are you watching Wednesday?" I'm like, "No, don't tell me nothing." She's like,
Yeah.
you know, mommy watching. I'm like, "Yeah, I know, mommy watching it too. That's why I'm in here. She out there." Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
This was really good.
but all right. So
But
I think
yeah, that was all I had.
Yeah.
yeah.
Same here.
So I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. I feel like we have a pretty well-rounded list. A nice variety for anybody out there that is listening or watching. I think no matter what your taste, I think you might find a show or two or a movie or two from everything that we had mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Cause overall, the stuff that came out this year alone was amazing, and then we all found some older gems as well mixed in that we kind of got to this year and stuff. But yeah, so overall, 2022 was a very awesome year. And like I mentioned earlier, there's just so much even more stuff that I still haven't gotten
Yeah.
around to and watched yet that I have on my list to get to. Cause speaking of cause I remember back in the summer there was that crazy time periods where it was The Boys, Stranger Things.
Oh
It
yeah.
was something. Miss Marvel was out at that time. Umbrella Academy came out. I haven't even watched that yet.
Oh, I forgot about Umbrella Academy.
I
I
enjoyed Umbrella Academy too.
I couldn't vibe with it
Yeah,
after like I had to drop it after like the fourth or fifth episode.
yeah, yeah,
I enjoyed
yeah.
that too.
Yeah, I
Wow.
forgot about that.
But
Hmm.
but overall, this has been a fantastic year, and I appreciate the homies RobJ and Scuba Steve for coming through
Of course, man.
and just going through the year, and like I said, just giving the people some dope recommendations, giving each other some dope recommendations and stuff. So, and we'll look forward to seeing what insanity 2023 is going
Man.
to bring.
Whew.
I'm ready.
I'll guess like before we sign off, uh, let's each pick maybe one thing. Even though it's many things probably on the radar. What is maybe like
Oh
one
man.
thing that you're kind of like, yo, give me that right now. Steve,
Oh
I'll let you
man.
go first
Ant
for
Man.
20. Yeah,
Ant Man.
yeah,
Dang.
I need it right now.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Rob
Yeah,
J,
easily,
what
easily
was?
Ant Man for that. But I will go The Boys season 4. I need
Mm,
that. The Boys
mm.
season
are
4.
we getting that next year? I thought
Yes,
we was getting it.
sir.
I thought it was getting
Next
in 2024. Okay.
oh, coming out next year, bro.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Trying to
no.
think.
Can I please change my pick? Please, please, Rob.
So
Invincible season 2 is dropping next year. Season 2 of Invincible.
yeah,
Yeah.
I need that right now. Okay,
yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. That
I
that
just thought of that.
that was probably going to be one of the ones I was like thinking. I was okay. Like, what is coming next year, or whatever. So yeah, that one's definitely up there for me too. Um, I'm trying to think. For myself, I I guess I'll say Creed 3.
Nice.
Fair enough. I
Nice.
like that. I like that.
Ready to see uh Killmonger
Kang.
and
Okay.
Kane throw fists and stuff. So for the showdown of the century. So
Yeah.
so once again, thank everybody so much for listening and watching. Uh, we'll see y'all in 2023 for even more dope shows and movies. So it's gonna be a banger year. And before we go, uh, Rob J, tell people where they can find you. If you got anything you want to promote, let the people know.
Of course, always. And Rob, I appreciate you. I feel like for bringing me back here. It's always a lot of fun
Yeah.
talking with y'all. So yeah, man, you can follow me on Twitter at underscore Rob J. We're always talking about some good things over there, good wholesome things over there on Twitter. And I'll let Steve plug this when he gets to it. But I'd like to say shout out to Shogo High. We do a space on Twitter every other Friday. We should be doing one on the 6th of the 6th, yeah, 6th of next month.
Yeah.
And you can find Shogo High on all podcast streaming platforms. Follow that page on Twitter at Shogo High. So, and yeah, I'll let Steve plug the It Mob gang.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
You can find me at ScubaSteve1428 on all social media. I have decided to go back into my menace bag, so y'all can deal with
Bro.
that. Yeah, you guys didn't appreciate Innocent Steve, so I'm back. Um, Shout out to It Mob. I am founder and co-host of Inside the Mind of a Blurred.
Go.
Um, we are just a podcast full of bunch of nerds, and we talk about everything. We don't we dive into everything that we can: music, anime, cartoons, comics, everything. Um, and shout out to Concept Moon. I am a part of Concept Moon. I am a writer of comics for Concept Moon and a writer as well for a few blogs, Careful Spoilers, and Unblacked or whatever. So I am a blog writer for them as well. But yeah, that's it.
All right. And as for myself, y'all know it's your boy Rob, and you can find me everywhere at That Needs to Talk. Like I said, by the time y'all are seeing this episode, like I said, it should be a full 2022 favorites extravaganza to close out the year. So go check out the other episodes that should be up with my other awesome guests that I'm gonna have for manga, anime, and video games and stuff, as well as potentially another very big surprise that should be dropping at the very end of 2022. I'm not even going to tell y'all what it is, but just make sure y'all are subscribed to the YouTube channel, because I believe that will be a video only project I am doing in collaboration with some very dope content creators on another channel. So be on the lookout for all that dope stuff. And as I always say, treat yourself to something nice, read some manga, watch some anime and TV and movies, play some video games, and live your best life. And with that, we will catch y'all next time. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Later days.
Deuces.